like I was saying, a lot of times when we purchase these new bedding sets, we don't use these decorative pillow shams. And I think that's what's going on here. Before I had the idea to do this, I would actually donate mine as well because I like to use these on my bed, but my husband doesn't like to sleep on them. He's just real particular. He has to have like really, really soft cotton, high thread count. He doesn't like sleeping on silk or anything like that. He doesn't like sleeping on anything that has these little designs in it because he says it makes lines on his face in the morning and they're not comfortable. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for those of you who donate your bedding to your local thrift shops. We appreciate you. And now we're going to go ahead and get started making something beautiful out of these quilts. Wish me luck. This process is going to be completely on the fly. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I just have some stuff in my mind. And so let's start cutting. Oh, wait, I forgot to show you guys. This is another textile I'm going to incorporate into this design. I purchased this quite a while ago. I don't even remember where, but a lot of times I'll pick up fibers that I see in the thrift shops, not knowing what I'm going to do with it. And I was digging through my stash and I pulled this out. I forgot I had it even. This is called, oh, forgive me. I'll try to put the name of it on the screen. It's a hand embroidery, but it's a certain name for this stitch. Across something. I can't remember. But anyway, it's really pretty. I think this is handwork. And I mean, can you just imagine someone taking the time to do all of this work by hand and then for this item to just like end up in the trash? There's so much beauty here, and I'm going to try to make the most of it by incorporating it into this gorgeous garment. So, oh, I'm super excited. I have cut one side of the pant leg off. Actually, I've cut both, but I'm going to be using the pants. Remember, this was the top of the waistband. This was the side pocket, front. This is the back of the pant. You can see like the crotch line here. This was a pocket. The pockets have been stitched closed. This pocket is now closed, and so is the front pocket. I stitched them both closed because this is going to be used for a nice sleeve. See, that's how it's going to be. So I believe I'm going to use the front of the pants for the front of the sleeve and the back of the pants for the back of the sleeve. So now that the pockets have been stitched closed, I'm going to go in and cut this out. All this excess fabric right here, I don't need. So I'm going to cut it. Making sure I don't cut past the seam line because then it will be ruined. And I'm using pinking shears so that it doesn't unravel. You could cut with regular scissors and then serge if you want to keep it from raveling. See, that pocket's gone. So now we just have this nice little edge here. Now I'm going to lay this out and use the other sleeve that I cut out of the blouse, which is this one. I'm going to use this as my pattern piece by laying it on and cutting. Now, when I cut, I am going to be giving myself ample seam allowance. I'm not going to cut directly on this line. I'm going to come out about an inch and make my cuts all the way around. I've added some extra length here because I want the sleeves to kind of billow over a little bit. But instead of using this for this one, since I've already done it for the other side, I'm going to use this as my pattern piece because then these lines will match up. You see these 1, 2, 3 lines and this pocket. If I use this as my pattern piece instead, I have a better chance of these sleeves, these lines and the pocket placement falling on these sleeves in the same place on both sides. So I've got my pocket lined here. I'm going to place a pin in that. Pockets lined in these 4 corners. I'm going to come here and I'm going to match this line and this line. Making sure, yeah, that the bottom is looking about the same. Okay. Match this line, come over here, do the same thing. See, there's a line here and a line there. Match these lines up. And over here. Now, let me say this. I'm not going to match them exactly because I'm realizing that one side of the pants, like if you measure the space from here, more like here, the space from here to here is 5 inches. The space from here to here is 5.5 inches. You see that? So you have to be careful. I'm kind of just using it as a guide. So these lines aren't going to be precise. See, this seam doesn't exactly match this one because this one is longer. There's more fabric here than it is on the other. So I don't cheat myself and end up making one sleeve tighter or smaller than the other. Have to watch out for little stuff like that when you're sewing using these types of upcycling methods. That's why I say it really is, in my opinion, it's better to have some sewing knowledge, some garment construction knowledge before you start just jumping in and doing upcycles, because you have to kind of know how garments are constructed when you start putting things back together. And I know you learn how things are constructed by taking them apart and putting them back together. But there's still some very fundamental basics that will really be helpful um, with your upcycles if you already have some sewing knowledge. Okay, everyone, look at this beautiful pant leg turned sleeve. It is gorgeous and it is set in quite well. I decided to use the pocket for the front of the sleeve. This was the back of the pant on the booty cheek. Now, just add a little decorative element. And this is the back. This was the front pocket. I just want to show you guys how well this is stitched in. You would never ever guess that this was an addition to this garment. This has been serged and then top stitched. And see, when I open up my sewing school, it's a dream I have to teach sewing in the inner city as an after school program, sewing and gardening. When that dream comes to fruition, Lord willing, this is how well I would like for my students to be able to construct garments. I don't want you to just make something that looks good from a distance, but I want you to feel good when you put it on. I want it to be well made, better than what you buy in the stores. And if you ever decide to sell your items, they will be crafted exquisitely. And these are simple techniques, but again, you do need to take instruction in order to be able to craft this well. And this is not shaming anybody or trying to make anybody feel bad. Look, we all have to start somewhere, okay? When I started, I was laughed at, ridiculed. People asked me if I was colorblind because I was color blocking fabrics back in the 80s when nobody heard of color blocking, okay? But those same girls that talked bad about me when we were in high school, well, when I was in junior high, they talked bad about me, but when I was in high school, they were begging me to make their prom dresses. So it takes time to develop this skill, but it can be done. It can be done. Okay, loves, I have gotten quite a bit of therapy today because I've been sewing. The blouse that goes with the quilted mini skirt is all finished now. And oh, well, it's not quite finished. Wait, I have to put buttons on it. I'm going to show you guys the buttons. And I want you guys to tell me which set of buttons I should use. Okay, so check out these beautiful vintage buttons that I picked up, guess where? At the thrift shop. $1.50. If you go to any fabric store and shop for buttons, first of all, the variety these days is not what it used to be. And you definitely wouldn't find anything this pretty. And for that price, did y'all see that? $1.50. And these just $2. And guys, you know, I had a coupon that day. And like my whole purchase, I got like $5 off. So essentially, I didn't even spend that much money. So which ones do you think will go on the blouse the best? Is it these? Cute, cute, cute. Or these? Cute, cute, cute. You can't go wrong, right? And that, my friend, is how you make beautiful, easy buttonholes. Thank you so much for tuning in today and allowing me to share my passion for garment construction with you. Today's thrift flip was packed with upcycles. I started out with those white linen pants, and I took what was the waistband and created this new sleeve cuff and used the remaining portion of the pant leg to create this new sleeve on my linen blouse. And then of course I took that beautiful discarded white linen tablecloth with all the beautiful hand embroidery on it, and I use it to enhance the front of my linen blouse. And then of course also to create these awesome pockets on my mini skirt. The mini skirt came from that pillowcase that you guys saw me pick up from the thrift store, and it has a lot of great detail on it, as you've already seen. And if that wasn't enough, we took a pair of blue jeans and added a little something something to the back, along with a little bit of that embroidered tablecloth, just to give it some flair. So wow, I am so thankful to God for giving me all these creative ideas. And I want to encourage you, whatever that thing is He gave you, that very special thing, cultivate it. Allow it to grow and flourish and share it with others, because the gifts and callings of God are irrevocable and without repentance, and no one can take that away from you. Till next time.